Why your own home is silently eating your future. Why your own home is silently eating your future. Stop what you're doing for a second. Go over to the nearest wall in your house and give it a firm, honest tap. What do you hear? Do you hear the sound of a solid, safe investment? Or, if you listen closely enough, do you hear the muffled, rhythmic sound of a giant, stone-cold parasite slowly chewing through your life's potential? In 2026, the term homeowner has become nothing more than a polite suburban euphemism for unpaid security guard for the bank's collateral. If you still believe that sinking every single penny of your net worth into a pile of bricks, mortar, and a soul-crushing 30-year mortgage is your ticket to the American dream, you aren't an investor. You are a biological battery, being drained by a system that needs you anchored in one geographical spot so it can harvest your labor until you're nothing but gray hair, back pain, and regret. Your dream home isn't a castle, it's a beautifully landscaped financial meat grinder, and you are the main course. Let's talk about why the roof over your head is actually the lid on your coffin of freedom. I am not judging you from some ivory tower. I used to be a high-ranking member of the cult of real estate. I remember the day I got the keys to my first big suburban home. I felt like a king. I looked at that backyard and thought, this is it, I've arrived, I'm building equity, I'm a responsible pillar of society. I told my friends over expensive IPAs that rent is just throwing money away and that I was finally investing in something tangible. But the honeymoon phase ended the moment I realized that I didn't own the house owned me. Every single morning I woke up, the first thing I calculated wasn't my creative output or my family's happiness, it was the massive debt service I owed the bank. I became a cubicle slave because I couldn't afford to take a single risk. I couldn't quit the job I despised because the house demanded its monthly tribute of flesh and sweat. I was trading my most vibrant, energetic years just to maintain a pile of materials that were literally depreciating against hard assets every single day. I wasn't building a life, I was just maintaining an expensive, stationary cage. Most of us are trading our freedom for the illusion of stability, while the foundation of the fiat world is rotting from the inside out. Let's talk about the reverse compounding interest trap of 2026. The real estate industry, the realtors, the bankers, the house flipper gurus on TikTok, they all want you to focus on the sticker price. They tell you, hey, you bought it for $600K and in 20 years it'll be worth $1.2 million. You're a genius. But let's do some actual adult math. When you factor in property taxes that skyrocket every time a local politician wants to fund a new pet project, homeowners insurance that's doubling because the insurance companies are going bankrupt, the endless maintenance costs for things that break, leak, or rot, and the staggering interest on that loan, you've actually paid $1.8 million for that $1.2 million house. And here is the kicker. In 2026, the US dollar has lost so much purchasing power through relentless inflation that your $1 million home buys you fewer groceries, less fuel, and less healthcare than your $600K home did 20 years ago. Your house is a giant, stationary rock. It produces zero value. It just sits there, demanding to be painted, repaired, and taxed. You are feeding a concrete pet that is eating your future one mortgage payment at a time. Forget the old cliches about real estate moguls from the 1990s. Let's look at the reality of the 2026 digital age. Meet Liam, a 32-year-old architect from Austin, Texas. A few years ago, Liam was about to sign his life away on a massive townhouse in a trendy district. Everyone told him it was a no-brainer, but Liam did something radical. He decided to stay mobile. He rented a modest place and funneled every single extra cent into Bitcoin. Now here is the drama. While the US real estate market of 2026 is frozen because of high interest rates and massive debt bubbles, Liam is liquid. He is sovereign. When a massive career opportunity opened up in Singapore, Liam didn't have to wait 6 months to find a buyer who could actually get a mortgage. He didn't have to pay a 6% commission to a guy in a suit just to get his own money back. He didn't have to worry about the local government raising property taxes to cover their municipal bankruptcy. He just carried his wealth in his head. The system absolutely hates Liam. Why? Because Liam is a ghost. You can't trap a ghost in a 30-year mortgage. You can't tax a ghost's unrealized gains on a house he doesn't own. Are you going to be the guy guarding the bricks for the bank? Or are you going to be a sovereign ghost like Liam? The traditional financial system loves real estate because it's the ultimate leash. It is hard to hide, impossible to move, and easy to find when the government wants to squeeze you for more. A house is a permission-based asset. You need permission from the bank to sell it, permission from the city to renovate it, and permission from the government to keep it. Bitcoin is the seed of absolute freedom. In a world where real estate is becoming an illiquid, taxable trap, Bitcoin offers you the one thing a house never can: absolute portability. You cannot take your backyard with you when the local economy collapses. You cannot divide your kitchen into 10,000 pieces to pay for a medical emergency. Bitcoin is digital real estate that exists in a dimension where the World Bank and the IMF have zero jurisdiction. Stop trading your life's energy for rocks, real estate, and start planting seeds. You need the only asset that grows faster than the central bank's printing press: Bitcoin. Why is the homeownership dream pushed so hard in American culture? Because it is the most effective psychological sedative ever invented. It keeps the middle class predictably busy and predictably in debt. Since 2021, home prices in the US have outpaced average wages by a factor of 5. You aren't investing in a house, you are subscribing to a lifestyle of perpetual debt. You are like a person who thinks they are winning because their Zestimate went up, not realizing the economic walls around them are getting closer and more expensive every day. The dream home is actually a high-tech prison with a 30-year sentence. You spend the best 360 months of your life when you should be traveling, creating, and taking massive risks, working for a bank so you can finally own a pile of old bricks when you are too tired to even climb the stairs to the second floor. The financial revolution of 2026 isn't about being homeless, it's about being unchained. When you own Bitcoin, you own property that is globally scarce, instantly liquid, and mathematically impossible to seize. Look at the data. In 2026, the US national debt is a runaway train screaming toward a cliff. The only way the government survives is by devaluing the currency and taxing every tangible asset they can see from a satellite. Your home is the biggest, fattest target on their radar. It is a sitting duck. Bitcoin is the stealth fighter. It is the only way to hold property that they can't see, can't touch, and can't devalue. So go back to that wall. Give it another tap. Realize it's not a shield, it's a sponge, and it is soaking up your future, your dreams, and your freedom. Don't be the collateral damage of a dying fiat dream. Join the Future Freedom 360 community. Stop being a voluntary victim in a game where the house and the bank always wins. Think critically. Plant seeds, not rocks. If you keep clinging to the bricks and mortar myth while the world moves to a digital orange standard, you are just another name on a future foreclosure list in the financial cemetery. Why your own home is silently eating your future. Now you know the truth. The door to the exit is open, and it doesn't require a 20% down payment. It requires courage, a 12-word seed phrase, and the will to be free. Welcome to the financial revolution. Let's build for freedom, not for fences. Let's build for the future.